We're going to go see Scream 5.
Josh, we
Yes,
lied.
it was
We're
good.
taking you to see your birth parents.
Wait,
We're
what?
adopted.
Wait, what? This is my home too. What do you mean your home? This is my home too.
Yes, man.
This is my home. I live here too. I pay my rent. I pay my respects.
Okay,
I pay my film permits. I'll do what I want.
Second thing in here will not surprise you at all. It's up my local school newspaper, the Daily Runner, held a contest. They were asking for local comic book artists to submit their work, and the winner would actually get published. And I sat down and I drew this.
Guess what? We're going to go see Scream 5. Woo! Now you guys saw 4 finally.
Josh, we
Yes,
lied.
it was
We're
good.
taking you to see your birth parents.
Wait,
We're adopted.
Wait, what?
Because one time I convinced him he was adopted for like a solid month.
Yeah, but I was like, what, 12?
Yeah, but
still
what
too
gave it
old.
up was he was gonna tell on me, so I had to tell him the
Well,
truth.
to be fair, you had good points with the fact that like I have a bunch of allergies that none of our parents have.
that's because
Yeah.
Papa was withholding information.
That is true. Papa was withholding information. The moral of the story is my life is complicated. Let's go see this movie.
Saw Scream 5. Great movie. Just got some drinks.
I have a
heading
bat.
back.
I just realized they can't see us. It's too dark. I have a Batman pop. Oh, you can kind of see it. That looks cool. I'm gonna put it on your head now, Krista. But no, we saw Scream 5. It was amazing. Honestly, I would say I rank it as number 3 on my tier list. Super good. So here's the Batman popcorn. It is so cool. I love it. Some great detail. It's not just printed. It's actually like engraved and then also painted. It is metal. It's got the bat symbol on the bottom with the logo. So very cool. The inside's red. Absolutely love this thing. And I'm going to bring it back when we go see the movie for the day after my birthday. Look at this little bean. She's so cute. Look at this little bear. He's so cute. Look at this annoying sister. She's annoying. Look at this awesome brother-in-law. He's awesome. Look at this dad. He's my dad. And it's a tiny cocoa bean. You really should have gone with us to the movie, Dad. It was really good.
It was good.
Yeah, I'm going to rank. Here's my rank so far. It may change. Screen 1, 4, 5, 2, 3 in terms of quality. Because 4 is just so good. But this one, the ending motivation was just kind of came out of nowhere. It was really weak to me. The ending motivation for 4 and its consistency makes it a little more enjoyable. There's a great references. The opening house is the house from Nightmare on Elm Street, which of course Wes Craven directed. They had a character named Wes. They actually dedicated the movie to Wes Craven. And the main character's last name is Carpenter. So John Carpenter, you know, my favorite director of all time.
Why are you doing this, man?
I felt like it because look at this little bean.
12 midnight and you invade my home and you gotta...
This is my home too. What do you mean your home? This is my home too.
Yes, man.
This is my home. I live here too. I pay my rent. I pay my respects.
Okay.
Okay,
I pay my film permits. I'll do what I want.
So you're probably wondering why there hasn't been a lot of content this month. And at least from now, my point of view, because I don't know how much content I've filmed. Like, look at that bar. I don't see it. You see it. I don't. Yeah, let me show you why. You see those bags? Because I'm tired. On a real note, though, I am very tired. I've been doing a lot of work, both, you know, like job and school. In fact, like, yeah, this is why I've been busy. Like, really, I didn't mean to rip that page. That sucks. But yeah, just really, really busy. So, like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm tired. This is the dachshund of the week that's been keeping me going. Like, look at this little dude. This is adorable. Now, I originally wasn't actually going to film a vlog tonight. I was really tired. I was like, you know what? I just want to go to sleep. But I decided I got some cool stuff I want to talk about. And some stuff that I actually have been meaning to talk about, but I've just been so busy. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and do it. One take, we're going to see what happens. You can tell I'm really tired. I want to talk about a package that came in, which is this package right here, and a gift I got from my awesome manager, Nicole. Now, for those of you who don't know, or at least those who have been watching and are kind of curious who Nicole is, she has appeared in the vlogs before. She's actually my manager. Kind of is like my work mom, and I joke with her that she is, and she jokes that I'm her work son. She watches the vlogs. She knows me really well. She like understands my interests and stuff. In fact, when we did the cow drawing of that superhero, that was actually for her daughter. So we had a lot of fun doing that and designing the character, coming up with the story. The Mooinator was such a fun character that we will revisit. So don't worry, Nicole, and the audience, we will do that. But she did give me a early birthday gift, and she did kind of see that I was a little stressed, a little tired that day, and I think she did just to cheer me up. But I really want to show you guys because it's so cool. Starting with this awesome little dachshund ornament. Now he is a little dachshund, or she, I don't know, probably she because I have a female dog. But yeah, you can see little ornaments, little antennas, and he also has the little tiny scarf. It is, I mean, suit. I said we're doing this in one take. I didn't say it was going to be good. But yeah, little Santa suit, little antlers. It's a cool little ornament. And I didn't just get one, I got two. So me and Krista both have matching little dachshund ornaments. Absolutely adorable. I love this thing. I also appreciate the fact that it's not glass, it's plastic. So the fact that there's less of a chance of it breaking is just such a great, just like relief, because I really don't want this thing to break. So it's awesome the fact that this is plastic. I don't want to worry about it it shattering if I handle it wrong. It's very tiny, but it's so cute and adorable. I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that me and Krista both have matching ones. So that was gift number one, because there was two gifts. She got me the C.H.A.M.B.E.R Batman the Animated Series Batmobile pack. So this comes with a big Batmobile and a little Batman. And it's awesome. They are not solid metal, but they are majority, at least the Batman is solid metal, but the Batmobile has some plastic in it. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the detail. Now, I have stated this before. Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond are my two favorite cartoons of all time. Absolutely love those stories. I mean, you could tell I'm a huge Batman Animated Series fan. I mean, this is a poster that I recreated of the actual poster of Batman the Animated Series. I love the show. It's amazing. But the Batmobile is one of my favorite versions of the Batmobile. Now, my absolute favorites are three. The middle one being this one here, where it's comic booky, but still somewhat realistic. It's a very, very cool Batmobile. Then for full comic booky, where it transforms into all these different things and has 16 different things that it can eject and has the ludicrousy of the Batmobile, I have to go with the not the Adam West Batmobile, not the original Batmobile, but I have to go with the Brave and the Bold Batmobile. I love the look of that Batmobile. The black and the red, absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact it does everything. Like, it turns into a submarine, a plane, a mech suit, it ejects two different types of bat cycles. It's ludicrous and I love it. Absolutely love that Batmobile. And then for hyper realistic, I have to go with the Arkham Knight one. It took everything that the Tumblr did from Batman Begins and builds upon it in just the perfect in every right way possible. This is my favorite Batmobile that's in the mill. You know, I love this Batmobile. So cool. One of my first ever Batmobile toys I ever had as a kid was of this Batmobile. So I love it. I know this thing inside and out. And I love this little metal Batman dude. He's so cool. I used to have figures about, obviously a little bigger than that, I think, where they were just a bunch of random DC superheroes and I would play with them all the time when I was little. Like, I had them in the pool, I had them in the shower, I would throw them like if it was Superman, like fly, like just stuff like that. I just had a lot of fun with them. So it reminds me of it, and I'm going to find a nice home for these things somewhere in the display. Thank you very much, Nicole. I really appreciate it. It really made my day too. But let's go ahead and talk about what's in the box. There's some things in the box that I think are really cool. Start with the cheapest thing in here, and that is this book here. So this is How to Ink Comics the Traditional Way. I got this book for $5, so I don't know how good it is. Probably not that good. Now, you're probably thinking, why do I have this book? Because I do have the excellent and amazing, I'm going to put the name right here because it is such a good resource. I heavily recommend it. It is The Art of Comic Book Inking by Gary Martin, published by Dark Horse. Get the third edition. I've seen the first edition in person. I don't own it. I've seen it. It's okay. It's good. Third edition, such a better book. I absolutely love it. And that is the definitive. If you want to get into inking comics, you get that book. This one, for $5, why not just give it a look? My guess, just looking through it real quick, there may be one or two tips in here that are really good that may not be in here just because it's by a different artist. $5, why not? The second thing in here will not surprise you at all. It's a Batman action figure, but not just any Batman action figure. It's the new The Batman. Now, I am hyped for this movie. You guys know Batman's my favorite superhero. I mean, I've created my own Bat-themed superhero. My entire room is full of Batman stuff. I have a ton of Batman action figures. My studio is Batman themed. You guys know me. I love Batman. I am hyped for this movie because it looks like it's doing something that we really haven't seen before, and I'm really just, I want to see what they're going to do with it, and I'm so hyped for it. You could tell I've just been on top of every trailer, every room, everything. And so this figure, had to pick it up. It was $20, which is pretty cheap. Actually, I take that back. That's what these things normally sell for. But yeah, $20 I think is really good for the quality of figure that you get. There are other figures in the wave. I'm probably maybe going to pick up Catwoman. We'll see. Definitely not going to pick up the Batcycle. Not going to pick up Riddler. Not going to pick up Penguin. I just wanted Batman because I love this design. It's a really good design. Holy crap. It's actually not perfect. It's not a perfect Batman design, but it's a really good design. I was really happy when they showed the actual full suit. Now, the ears, a little awkward from some angles. They definitely have grown on me, but this is just such a great design. I actually love the symbol, the way they did it. It kind of goes back to that classic Batman. If you look at Detective Comic 27, you could tell he didn't actually have the ears on the bat signal, so it's pretty interesting how they went back to it. Incorporates a lot of different things from different Batman genres and different stories, so I'm really kind of curious to see that. And then one thing I also like is that they actually recreated a scene from the trailer with the action figure. That's such a nice touch. I love that. So yeah, very cool. Very happy to have this in my collection. Again, $20 I think is a really good price for the figure, especially like the figures that McFarlane's been doing. It's such a high quality that I recommend. And then the last thing in here is one that I'm really excited for. It's one that may surprise you. It's a mechanical pencil. Now this is by Rot Ring. This is their 500 drafting pencil, and this is specifically a 0.5mm mechanical pencil. The mechanical pencils I use, there's actually predominantly two that I use. It's this one here, which is a Subaru, but it's a 0.7. This is great for colored lead or specialty lead. Absolutely love it. I have two, one at my desk and one on the go. This one was my go-to 0.51, which is just for normal lead. Really like this mechanical pencil, but the mechanics on the inside are starting to break down. They're starting to wear down. This glass thing here, I mean not glass thing, sorry, this plastic thing here is starting to crack at the end. So unfortunately, even though I really do like this mechanical pencil, it's on its way out, and that really sucks because I really like this because my grandfather got it for me. But I thought I would give this a shot, and the reason I actually chose this specific one is because a friend of mine uses it, and he said it was amazing, that he constantly definitely recommended it. He was saying how good it is, and I thought, you know what? It's not $50 good. I don't know why he spent $50 on this. I didn't. I spent $12. It actually had it on sale, and I was like, you know what? $12, I'll give it a shot. And yeah, I'm really curious to see if it actually holds up. What I like about it is, first off, it has a good weight to it. It feels very solid. There's not any clear parts on it to worry about any breakage like in this one. So very excited to test that. And we have looked at Route Ring before. We did look at some of their inks before in the past, so I thought they were pretty good. I did look at a pen they made. That was a fun video. I actually think they did a good job with that. So yeah, overall, I really enjoy this. So overall, I can't wait to try it, and I think it's going to be a cool addition to my little toolbox and my little collection. But that's all the loot for today. I'm going to go help Krista with some stuff and then go to bed because I am tired. Oh, hey, there's a Coco. Come here, Coco. Oh, no, there she is. Oh my goodness. Say hi to everybody. She's so cute. All right, I'm going to go. Hey, Mom, look. It's the Batman pizza. It's shaped like the bat signal.
That's awesome.
That is so cool. And we're going to do another one when it's my birthday. Because I'm Batman. Batman pizza, Batman. You hear that? That's the sound of my PC fan. That's the sound of my PC fan being awesome and the MVP in this room, because I have been rendering non-stop. And yes, you did hear that right, rendering. So I'm going to back up real quick. And you know how I talked about how I didn't film a lot this month? Yeah, that's because I have been just animating a ton. I mean, just going at it day after day, animating as much as I can. I have put in a minimum of 10 hours a week. This is week 7. We're going into week 8. So I have put a bare minimum of 70 hours just animating, and I have successfully animated not 1, not 2, not even 3, 4,000 frames. That's right, I did not stutter. 4,000 frames. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah, that is a lot of work. And I still have a lot more work. I have the end credits, I have the beginning credits, I have to do the soundtrack, I have to compile it all. I have been just working on this non-stop because this is my final project to call me. This is going to be my big animation that I've been wanting to do for at least a year, maybe a year and a half. This is something I've been super passionate about, and it's coming together. And I've just been working non-stop. For context, by the way, last night around 3:30 is when I finally got the rendering to work. It is now 12 a.m. like 12 a.m. on the dot, and I only have 639 frames fully rendered, again out of 4,000. I'm just over halfway to being a quarter of a way there. I'm not even a quarter of the way there. I am a little over halfway to being a quarter of a way there. So yeah, I've been just super busy with this, but now that it's just rendering and I'm letting my computer do its thing, and I can actually, the way I have it set up, I'm doing it in batches, where I have the first batch, which is frame 1 to 1627, and then that goes from frame 1628 to, I want to say 2284, and then it's 2285 to 4000. So I have to do it in batches because of how complex some of the scenes are. There's a lot to render. I don't want it to glitch and waste time. So this is the most effective way that I've broken it down to render. I will literally just be leaving my computer on, rendering for days. I will be just leaving it on, rendering, doing its thing. I do have my fan behind me, so I have the computer fan on, and I will turn on my other fan to help cool it down. And I do have little things that I'm lifting it up to let the air circulate. So I'm taking every precaution I can to make sure my computer doesn't overheat. But yeah, it has just been, I have been just rendering like crazy. I literally just hit render, went to bed, woke up, and I was like, huh, I only have like 200 frames rendered. Oh well. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of rendering. And the thing is, I wanted to have smoke effects, I wanted to have mist, and I wanted to have lights, like extra lights, like car light. Yeah, that would have taken like even longer. So I had to abandon them. If I could redo this at some point, I would love to get those elements in there, but you know what? I just gotta do what I can. Now, I do have some loot to show you guys. Me and Coco went out today. We had a blast, and I think I'll show you the art first. So I tried one of my, actually, this is my major villain and one of my favorite villains I've ever created. I did do a drawing of Greed that came out really good. I did a drawing of Lust that came out really good. I love how that came out. And then I also did a drawing of Wrath, but I tried to recreate this style of Batman poster because I love that poster. It's so good. And I think I showed you guys this drawing of Wrath, and I don't think I showed you guys this drawing of Greed, but I really like how that came out too. So filling up the sketchbook, and I do have a plan for an awesome end credit scene that will involve some of the drawings in here because I really like these strong silhouettes that I've been doing with these characters. So I will definitely be using that in some capacity. I think you guys will like it. Let's go over the loot real quick. And the first bit is this thing I got at Dollar Tree. This is just a little tear off palette. I thought it'd be really fun for $1.25. Why not? Speaking of Dollar Tree, I also got these sponges. Now what's cool is that they have this really weird coarse, like solid texture to them. Like it doesn't feel like a normal sponge, and I feel like it could use that to create some cool textures. So that's why I picked that up. Michael's today. We did go to Michael's. I also went to Petco, and I got Coco a new collar, and I got her some treats. So we had a lot of fun there. But I did get a R46 and an R17, which I actually didn't have these colors at. Actually, no, I do have an R46, but I ran out of R17. I had that one before, so I need a new one, and I picked up this one because I needed a dark red for my travel case, because I do have a case that I keep with me when I need to do some coloring on the go. And the last bit is actually something that I really didn't think I would be getting, and that is these color brush refillables, and this is black ink. So what's really cool about these is that they go with these awesome Penn & Teller brush pens, which I have fallen in love with. I still prefer a traditional actual brush that you have to dip and clean, but for on-the-go drawing, these things are amazing. I absolutely love them, and unfortunately, I thought these were refillable, that you could fill them up yourself. You can't, at least I haven't figured out yet, so I did buy 2 extra ones just in case. I did order some other ones, so hopefully in the next day or two we'll get those in. I did order a red one and a gray one, so I'm really curious about that. I also don't know why these refillable ones came in gray when this one's black, and they do have gray ink, so you think that would be confusing because the gray one comes in a gray cartridge. I don't know, I guess you could go by the tops. Either way, very confusing, very interesting. So I want to show you guys all the loot and give you the update on the rendering and animation. It's, again, just so much work, but I am just determined to get it done, and I'm going to be rendering like crazy. I can like literally feel the heat off of the laptop if I was to lift it up because of just how long it's been running, how much the fan's going. That's why I have my secondary fan. I'm going to show you guys real quick. So this fan, if I'm not home, it's on and it is just blowing onto this computer. I turned it off so you could hear me easier, but yeah, I have just taken as many precautions as I can to make sure my computer doesn't overheat. It's just been working hard. I've been working really hard, and I don't want anything bad to happen, and I don't want any files. I've been making backups. I've been taking every precaution to make sure I'm doing everything I can, and I'm just so excited that I finally get to just do this project that's been in my head for like a year and a half. I'm just so excited, and yeah, I will be rendering like crazy. I literally will just be rendering for the next probably 2 weeks, just non-stop. It is definitely taking longer than I thought. I'm gonna see if I can get my other laptop, my old one, to work so I can have that do some renders. I doubt it. The thing can be way too finicky, way too glitchy, but I'll give it a shot, see what I can do. So that's everything for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I have some other good, cool stuff to show you guys at the end of this month. I don't know. I'm not in the future, Josh. I'm in the present here, Josh. I'm tired. I'm too tired to come up with a clever metaphor. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, guys. Yeah, you guys can still hear the sound of my computer rendering non-stop because it's been rendering non-stop. Now, I am on frame 1882, so yay, I am not even halfway there, and the time this video goes up, I probably will be halfway there, but just insane how much time goes into rendering and how much I'm actually doing on my computer, and just pray for any animators you know, because it is not easy work. But, stepping back, I did finish the first batch. I talked before how I was actually doing it in 3 batches, so that's good. There were a few mistakes. It was actually at frame 220 to 240, and then one at 405, and 3. Like, there's a few frames that I actually needed to fix, so I wrote them down, and I actually went in and already made those corrections. There was like a building hovering in one, you could see the edge of the map in another. Just small, simple little fixes that were very easy to do. Now, luckily, I have not had the chance to render them. I say luckily because I'm gonna actually wait for this second batch to fully render. It is the car chase. There's a lot of moving elements, so it may take longer, but there's also a lot more room for a lot of mistakes to make in the rendering process. So I'm letting it do its thing, and I'm actually gonna go back after that section is rendered and render out these correction frames. So very happy that I at least can get that done. I even did a play blast to look at the animation in a more smoother way. It's coming out really good. Wrath project will actually be my favorite thing. Speaking of Wrath, I do have some drawings that I did of the characters in the story. Now, I did a drawing of Pride, and I think I showed you guys the inks, just in case I didn't. Here's the fully colored version. A lot of purples in his design, and that's kind of intentional because he's meant to be like this royal kind of, like, he thinks of himself as royal, he thinks of himself as the king, and so incorporating a lot of purples into his design, even if it's just through the shading, really kind of helps show that off. And I don't usually color with purple a lot, so it's a lot of fun. And then today, I did this drawing. It took about an hour and a half. I just kind of did my little de-stress, and yes, that is Gluttony. And yes, this is a bit of a remake of another drawing I did when I first designed the character. I want to say like a year ago I drew this, but it's a redraw, and it just looks so much better. I drew her in the sewer. It came out really good, so I can't wait to ink and color it. I'm also going to do like a fun drool splatter effect with some gouache paint to kind of recreate that drool she has, so very excited to do that. And yeah, I'm filling this thing up. If you guys know me, like heavy inks, heavy silhouettes, not a lot of colors actually. I really go in with very few colors. Even like my more colorful characters, they don't have a lot of actual like colors to them. That kind of helps Pride and Lust stand out because they have a lot more tones in their coloring, a lot more shading kind of in depth, so it kind of helps them stand out. But yeah, just not a lot of colors. It's just who I am. This vlog isn't just for updates, it's also for the loot I got, because I did get some loot. Trust me, I got some loot today, and I'm very excited to show you guys some of it. So let's go ahead and do a deep dive in since the last day of February. Let's go ahead and end it on a bang. So I'm going to start with my Dollar Tree loot, and that's this teeny tiny little armored Batman, or anti-Superman armored Batman. I don't care. I love this design. Now, the original comic design is great. I love it. I actually have 2 action figures of it over here in the corner, but the movie design is a really good update. I think it's great. There's a lot of things in Batman v Superman that I think are problematic. Me personally, I don't think that Zack Snyder should have been allowed to direct a Batman movie. It's the fact that he's an objectivist. He believes in the Ayn Rand philosophy, which completely contradicts Superman in many ways. In some ways, you could say it's similar, but in many ways, it really breaks the fundamental rules of Superman. So he can't understand the character Superman. He literally is incapable of understanding it, and you let him direct your Superman movie. DC, are you shocked you're losing money? Actually, I take it back. You shouldn't be. You've been trying to kill your company for years like Marvel. Anyway, getting over my negativism of the comic book industry, I love this little Batman. Super cool. I might pick up a second one and paint it because it's such great little detailing. And then I'm going to loop this in here because the rest of the stuff is from Amazon, not including my surprise that I really want to show you guys. So I'm going to loop this in here in the first part, and that's this thing I found at Goodwill, which is this awesome little phone mount. This thing was $3.98. So like $4.05 with tax. And it was awesome because look at this thing. First off, really high quality. It actually extends and has several points where it can turn. Has a nice little suction cup mount with this little kind of latch here to help make it stick. It rotates at the base. It folds here. It extends here. It folds here. It rotates here. You can put your phone in here. Very nice. And I actually looked it up on Amazon after I picked it up, and the closest model to this that I found sold for like $15 to $20. So really good deal, and I definitely want to use this at some point. Now moving on to the Amazon stuff. You guys know I'm a huge fan of these bodycon figures. Absolutely love them. Great for drawing. I think last month's vlog I went on for like 15 minutes talking about them, but I did find a cool little accessory for them. Now it's not made by the same company, it's by a third party, but for $13 I found this awesome little cloak. Now they do have a variety of colors. I chose black because, well, it's me, and black is one of my favorite colors of all time. It's cool. I like it. One of my characters, the magician, has a cloak, so I thought it'd be really good for fun references. The only thing I don't like about it is there's no wire in the actual end here, so you can't bend and have it hold a pose. There are wires where it connects to the neck, which is nice. But yeah, for $13, why not? It's pretty good quality too. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna rip. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels like a really good little sturdy material. It has a little bit of give to it. So why not for $13? What made me laugh was it came in this packaging right here, and it has this fun little cartoon illustration, and it's like, no, hoods don't work that way. You can do it like this, or like this, or like this. Like, that just made me laugh, and it's pretty cheap because it has this little like thing here. Now, the rest of the stuff that I'm going to talk about from Amazon are actually Penn and Teller related. Now, if you guys know me, I've mentioned in the past before that I'm not a huge fan of Penn and Teller, but the more I use and test their products, honestly, the more I kind of like them. For example, I not have 1, but 2 of their little pens, and now these specifically are their actual fountain pens. They're pretty good. They're not my favorite, but I do have 2 of them because, well, why not? I thought I would give them a try. I thought I would like them more than I do, and I simply don't because they're not amazing. However, I will constantly sing praises of their Presto pen. Like, this Presto whiteout is amazing. Seriously, go get it if you're an inker. This is just one of the best whiteouts I have ever used. And kind of on that note, I also decided to get into their brush pens, and yeah, their brush pens are really good too. Now, this is not going to replace my normal brush. I love my brushes. I love doing things traditionally. These are great for on the go. If I want to do a sketch where I'm at school or just at my desk and I don't feel like breaking out my normal tools, this is really nice. In fact, I actually just recently purchased the refillables because I'm actually running out of ink in these. They're really, really good quality. I have 3 of these right now. 2 of these ones here, 1 at my desk, 1 in my to-go kit, and then a large one in my to-go kit. Very, very nice. And I do have a Ziggs Cartoonist one, which is not as good as Penn and Teller, which is surprising because I love Ziggs Cartoons ink. They're high quality products. Their Fineliners are amazing too. But I can now say I have more. So yeah, a few more I've added. Now, this is a whiteout maker that I'm really curious about. It's a bold white lines. It dries quick. Really kind of curious. It says it can work on both metal, glass, plastic, and paper. So I'm really curious to see if this will work. This was also like $2, so why not? I mean, this thing is like $5 to $6, so $2, why not give it a shot? It kind of sounds like a spray paint can. I don't know why that amuses me, but it does, so thought give that a try for $2. And then these 2 brush pens are actually part of their color line. Now, the reason I picked these up is because you guys know I do incorporate a lot of grays in my art. In fact, I usually do that through alcohol markers. So if I reach over here, you can see that I have quite a collection of alcohol markers. I thought I would give this a shot and actually try what their gray ink is and see how it works. So very curious to see that, very curious to try it out. It is in their normal brush pens, which I do like them. And then I did pick up a red one because it's me. Red is my absolute favorite color. So yeah, just thought why not? And these were cheap too. So I think the brush brush pens usually sell for $6 depending on where you go. These were actually like $4 each, which is a really good price. So I thought I'd give them a shot. And that is all the loot that I have, but I do have one more thing to show you that is a bit of a sad story, but it's something that is kind of more motivating for me. So 2 weeks ago, my local school newspaper, the Daily Runner, held a contest. They were asking for local comic book artists to submit their work, and the winner would actually get published. Now, there's only one winner out of all the people that submitted work. And I thought, well, I'm too busy to do this. But I thought about it more and I said, you know what, this is a great opportunity for me. And I sat down and I actually drew on paper my first ever official comic art. Now, yes, I do comic art on the channel, but it's not sequential art. And I have done comic books in the past and comic strips, but they weren't well made, they were penciled, they weren't inked, they were digital, they weren't up to the standard that I have now. Someone who has learned a lot and has grown as an artist and storyteller, I sat down and I drew this. I drew Hero Ball. So I drew 6 panels and I had a lot of fun actually making this comic. Now, unfortunately, it did not win. I submitted it, they said they liked it, but they went with a different artist and different comic. So unfortunately, I didn't end up getting published and I didn't win the contest, I lost. But this here is the first ever comic I've drawn on actual comic paper. Like, this is my first official real comic book, comic strip. And I actually took a shot at what I want my dream to be. And when I was making this, I was so happy because it was my relief of all the stress of my life. It was my break from homework and work and everything, and I was so happy making this. I don't care that I lost because I took a shot at my dream. I went out, I didn't win, but I can say that I tried, and that actually makes me feel better that I tried. I could have just said, you know what, I'm too busy, I'm not going to do it. I could have done that, but I didn't. I actually said I'm going to try, and I love how this came out. It looks really nice. It looks really good. Very actually professional, and I know I do a lot of comic art on the channel. I don't do a lot of sequential art because that's not what a lot of my channel is for right now. It's for ink reviews or drawing challenges. But here, I pushed myself and I like what I did. And this is motivating me to follow my dream and work more on my comic rap and get that done and get that as best as I can make it. And again, it sucks that I lost, but I tried and it would have been easy just to not do that. So that is what I'm going to leave off on this month, is that even if I don't win or I don't achieve what I personally set out for, I am trying. I'm making an effort. And a lot of times that's the first step. So I'm very proud of myself. My parents were very happy. They bought me a Batman pizza. That's actually the day that I filmed the vlog with the Batman pizza, is actually when I got the news that I lost. So that was to cheer me up. And Bean! My little Bean has shown up to cheer me up. Alex, I'm telling the story of how I got rejected and lost the contest.
What? Who rejected you?
The Daily Runner. They did not like the Hero Ball.
Who did they pick?
I don't know. They didn't say. They just said I didn't win.
What?
Yeah, I lost the contest.
This was freaking awesome.
Thank you.
How could you not like Hero Ball?
I don't know.
That tells such a good story.
Thank you, Alex. But yeah, so my takeaway is even though I didn't win, I tried.
That's rigged.
Yeah, I think it is
You
rigged.
dang Democrats.
So yeah, I have my dog, I have my comic, and I have my best
I
friend.
missed you. What's going on, buddy?
So you know what I'm going to do for the end of this month?
What you gonna do?
I'm going to go watch Batman!